Happy Disney Plus Day, everybody. Today is September the 8th. Is it the 8th? Y'all gonna be mad as hell if it ain't the 8th. Yep, it is the 8th. It is Disney Plus Day, and with that, it is also Thursday, which means a new episode of She-Hulk. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony Salic. If you are new, be sure to give this a like, comment, and subscribe for more. We are back for another episode, another week of She-Hulk, episode number 4. Don't know what the title was. It was something like, I don't know, Real Magic. So, here we go. A couple things beforehand, before we get started. Or you know what? I'll address those at the end. I was going to say it now, but I figured we might as well just talk about the episode first, and then sort of the announcements that are going to be coming later down the line. All right. So, first of all, another week of She-Hulk. After and episode 3 was funny because when I made that episode review, it was just like, it was this sort of thing where I made that review very early in the morning. Like, I did that review like around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and that was like only like maybe like 3 or 4 hours after the episode had aired, and also because it aired at night, like in the middle of the night, so nobody really expects to see it. Not everyone's gonna see it when it drops. So I didn't realize like the amount of backlash that episode was gonna have, particularly with 2 scenes. It was the CGI for a couple of the scenes where Jen's a lawyer, and then it was the Megan Thee Stallion twerking scene at the end. And again, like I did that early, so I wasn't there when the general public reacted to it. But man, did that episode have so much backlash. I was just like, yo, all of these goddamn people who were just like talking shit, saying the MCU is dead. And I do understand what they're saying, because it is something that we've never seen before. We've never seen sort of like a superhero like She-Hulk throwing it back. So I kind of understand where that's coming from. But overall, really did enjoy it. I honestly see no sort of like backlash to the episode, so I'm fine just the way it is. And so moving on, this week, episode 4, it is the continuation slash introduction of a new case. One thing I realized sort of quickly is that like we are sort of getting to a point where this show, and I think it definitely, it's very tricky because the MCU hasn't necessarily done this. It's becoming it's exactly how it is, a 30-minute legal comedy. And just like those law shows like Law and Order, or special victims units, or whichever it is, it's a totally different case by case episode, and there's not really a main story, which I know that a lot of people are gonna get automatically mad. And we did have a lot of stuff, right? We had sort of the origins, and then the introductions to these new different characters, and then we got reoccurring characters like Wong and Abomination. And the fact that there is no main overall storyline, like there is no main villain, there is no main obstacle that Jen's going through. It's sort of like her personal life and the things that she's just dealing with, being a lawyer, being a Hulk, in this episode being single. It's all very, very tricky, and it's very unique, but it's the type of differences that these shows offer that can really cause an amount of like backlash. You feel me? Like, we're all used to the idea of sort of, at least with the Disney Plus shows, we get the characters, we get the origins, we get a bit of story every single week until it leads to this grand finale. And the thing that She-Hulk has been doing so differently, it's like, no, we have our own case every single week. We have our characters with the episode, and then we just handle it there. We start and then we finish in the same episode, which is cool. Makes sense for the character that they're trying to do. So this episode was I forgot, I don't even know the name of the title. That's just how stupid I am. Um, it was something along the lines of like real versus fake magicians. So the main story, because you have like your A and B plot, which they made a joke about it last week. So the main story is that Wong is dealing with this sort of dropout musician, or I'm sorry, magician, not musician, called Donnie Blaze. And first of all, that name, y'all really tempting me with Ghost Rider, bro. Y'all know Ghost Rider the homie. And I'm just saying, like, if this is supposed to be some sort of Easter egg or reference to Johnny Blaze, who knows? Maybe it could be like, I don't know, a cousin. Because it's like, because Johnny Blaze is the real name, and then you have this guy whose name's Donnie Blaze. I don't know if there's any connection there, or it could be a reference to Danny Ketch, who is like another Ghost Rider. It's just a Easter egg, if it is an Easter egg. But the whole thing is like Wong and She-Hulk are basically teaming up to take down this guy who was a dropout magician from Carmitage, who isn't necessarily a professional magician. He uses the things that he learned from Carmitage in order to perform magic tricks in a magic show. So it becomes this whole thing. And again, something, it's a really, really good question of like, the one of the main things that like Wong and She-Hulk are trying to do is they're trying to like sort of make sure that magic like this, which can pretty much be accessible to anybody as long as they're willing to train, like, is this type of magic free for anybody to use across the world? And if so, then how dangerous could it be when somebody who isn't necessarily a professional, but somebody who knows this type of magic, what could they do? And this is a great episode. It's sort of like a great behind the scenes, right? We've had magic in the MCU for what, 6 years with Doctor Strange, and then Infinity War, Endgame, WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness, right? Spider-Man No Way Home. And we haven't really seen sort of like the consequences from a legal / moral standpoint. Like, we know that beings like Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Wong are across the world, across the multiverse. But from a legal standpoint, what is the definition of like who's allowed to use magic, who's allowed to wield it, and sort of like what could be the consequences to somebody who has the ability to use magic? And I really do like what this episode does, because it sort of gives you a little bit of like, sorry about that. I had to take a quick break. But yeah, it's like, it's not essential, but it's an additional layer of sort of storytelling. And I really do like what they do with this episode. Moving a bit further, we get the B plot of the storyline, which is essentially Jen's trying to sort of start her dating career. She originally starts off with a dating website or a dating app called Matcher, and she uses her basic they made a joke about it. It was like she uses her like job photo as like her profile pic, and it doesn't really go well, and then she ends up making a She-Hulk profile that ends up getting her tons and tons of views and swipes and things like that. And she ends up going on a couple of dates. We see her, and again, it's like, the great thing about these Disney Plus shows is that we're able to sort of see how these are really like just general superheroes, right? And that's sort of like what we've seen with a bunch of other superheroes, right? We've seen that with Hawkeye, we've seen that with Falcon, we've seen that with the Winter Soldier, we've seen that with Miss Marvel, right? Like, these are just average people. Yeah, and we also seen it like before and during the Infinity Saga with characters like Iron Man. We've seen it with Spider-Man, where we see their superhero part, but then we also see their regular normal lives, which is really, really cool. So to sort of merge the two storylines together. She's on a date with this guy. It's going good. Wong comes out of nowhere to sort of push her in, and they pretty much uh fight some of these, like, I don't even know what they're called. They're just demons. They just fight like these group of demons while Wong closes a portal and then opens another portal to like this frozen place. It could be Antarctica. To like, I don't know. It's just, it's weird when you describe it, and when you see it, it's even more weirder because it's like, what the hell does this? Like, this is so weird, but it's also, I don't know. It's just unique. So Jennifer, well, She-Hulk, Wong, pretty much get rid of all these demons, send them to a frozen place. They pretty much save the day. They make Donnie Blaze sort of what is it, cease and desist, so he isn't able to use his magic anymore, and the day is saved. Pretty much Jen Walters goes back to her regular life, and there was this whole trope that they were doing with Wong, and the post credit scene where Wong ends up becoming friends with this other woman, and I don't even know the TV show. God, I don't even pay attention to these things. But yeah, they pretty much make a big joke about how Wong ended up becoming friends with this one girl who was spoiling a show that he was watching. Again, just cool, clean fun. Overall, what did I think of the episode? It was good. I mean, like here's the thing. It's tricky because a show like this is so different. And when you're dealing with different things, again, like last week, we literally just had the internet erupt with She-Hulk twerking. So we're sort of like on this sort of unpredictable, like, wave of like, what's going to happen? You know, are people going to get mad about this? Are people going to actually enjoy this? I, for one, thoroughly did enjoy this episode. I thought it was fun. And I'm not necessarily mad. I think that the show does have its down moments, but it also does have its high moments. So I'm not going to completely bash on it. It's fine. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. That it was fine. We're almost to the halfway point, and not to mention today is Disney Plus Day. So, I don't know if they're going to be revealing new announcements. I know by Saturday for D23 they're going to be revealing, supposedly they're going to be revealing like slates and new titles and casting. So I might do a video on that discussing like all the new things that they're going to be announcing. We'll see. But yeah, man, we're getting really, really close to sort of like, not just with the ending of She-Hulk, but also closer to what's eventually going to be like the next big wave of Avengers films with like, you know, D23 around the corner. So it's going to be good, clean fun. I'm having a blast with the show, so no complaints here. If you guys are new, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I already said that before, but I'm going to say it again so you guys all know. My name is Anthony Salic. I hope you all have a great Disney Plus Day. Right? That's what today is. It's Disney Plus Day. I said that earlier. I'm stupid. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all next time. Peace.